Well, you two people, we have a new all-time high for one of the blue chippers out of Scarlet and Violet. And we also have a little bit of a buyout for this same product, but in a different SKU. Let's go ahead and dive in. Paldea Evolved. Got home from work on Friday, did a little, checking my stuff on the old computer, and I was like, man, my Pokemon spreadsheet jumped up a decent little chunk. Where's this coming from? I scrolled through and I was looking to see what had changed, and I saw Paldea Evolved at 400 a box, and I'm like, what? When that happen? Well, lo and behold, new all-time high. Paldea Evolved booster boxes now at $400. We'll see if this holds. I'm sure it might, the people might come in with some inventory and undercut it a little bit. But as of right now on Friday afternoon, East Coast time, these are sitting at 400 a box. And you are seeing some stuff across the board with Paldea Evolved. We'll circle back to the ETB, the PC ETBs in a second. Regular ETBs, basically at an all-time high at $100 a pop. The PC ETB, yes, the cheapest available right now on Pokemon Center, or I'm sorry, on TCG Player, is $700. It appears that there was a significant buyout in the last couple of days. If I just scroll this back to 1 month, you could see just a couple of days ago, these were in the 370s, and every single one of them got bought. You can see the big spike in sales volume over the last 2 or 3 days has shoved this all the way up to last sale. They're putting market price at $450, but none are available below $700. I have not checked to see what's available on eBay at the moment, but Paldea Evolved is seeing some significant price swings. Now, keep in mind, this set could still technically be reprinted. They could still release reprints on this up until the beginning of next year. So you still have about a 5-month window or so. Actually, probably closer to like 8 months. But I don't know that they have time to get to it. We're hearing all this chatter online about Mega Evolutions already being a disaster with multiple waves and them not being able to meet the demand out of the gate. They continue to print Prismatic Evolutions left, right, and center. They just dumped a bunch of Surging Sparks and Twilight Masquerade onto the market. So they are really still focusing on trying to play catch up from sets from months ago. I don't know that they're going to have the focus / ability to get back around to these early block Scarlet and Violet sets that are set to rotate in the first quarter of 2026. I just don't know how they could get there. Maybe they can. Supposedly they have a new print facility coming online or already online or whatever. Things are going to ease up on the printing that they could print more. But are they going to focus attention on these early sets? Or are they going to focus on the Mega Evolution waves that's coming out? The new block is here now. Yes, though these are still in a reprint window, are they going to be willing to go back that far when it seems like they have so much stuff to do on the front end? I don't know, and nobody does, but there is a little bit of risk out there because of that. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about buying in the Paldea at current prices. Maybe it's a great deal. If you're holding long enough, it probably will be. I personally don't think they're going to go backwards on these. I just don't. I don't think they have time. Or here's the other problem. Even if they do, is it going to be enough to drastically impact the market? Because that's the other thing. If they print it, the market's going to gobble it up instantly, and you're probably not going to see a huge decrease on it. And let's be honest, if it goes through the distribution channels, they're just going to jack the prices up to close to market anyway, to where it builds in this floor of a price that it can't go below. If distro throws these out to shops at, say, $350, $360, $370 a box, you're not going to get a deal on it because the shops aren't going to quick flip them. They'll just sit on them for a little bit and slow play them because they're not going to take a loss on a Pokemon box. So you have that protecting you as well. But I just want to mention, there is possibility that this thing could still see some sort of reprint, though I think it's slim. And if there is one, I don't think it'll impact the price that much, if at all, unless they just drop the hammer on it. And I just don't see how they have space to do that, but I could be wrong. I also wanted to take a quick peek at, over at Market Movers, the PSA 10 Magikarp, though I don't think 1900 is an all-time high. It is pretty close to an all-time high. And this is over the last 90 days, up 50%. And I have this sorted by PSA 10 illustration rares. And you can see, I'm not going to cover these all in depth, but just scrolling through here, especially towards the top few, you see mostly green. Up almost 50% on the Magikarp, up 7%, up 30%, up 22%, down 17%, up 45%. That's everything over, a couple $100 and up, with the Magikarp carrying the freight here. But that card continues to climb. Plus you have random buyouts going on now of PC ETBs. We're just off and running with Paldea Evolved. And as we get closer and closer to that window where reprints do go out the door, good luck. Is this, I've heard Rudy and others say, like, this is going to be, this and maybe Destin and Prismatic are kind of going to be the evolving skies of this set. And if this keeps up, this is just going to keep skyrocketing because there's not going to be enough supply coming to market. And a lot of this stuff came to market, the big heavy prints of this were before the market was hot. So I don't know, even though this did see a significant restock early on, I don't know that there's as much of this printed as the stuff coming out today, like Destin, for example. You maybe even Journey Together. Crazy, crazy times right now with Pokemon. It just is not slowing down at all. We are going on almost basically 9 months. Because remember, this started going nutty around Christmas last year with Surging Sparks. We're now going on close to 9 months of just all out, everything going to the moon. This is the best thing ever. Nothing goes down. Everything goes up. You singles have seen a little bit of volatility, but generally speaking, it's just all going to the moon, baby. Sealed singles, PSA 10s, doesn't make a difference. It's just crazy. And I don't know when it stops. I really don't. Because Mega Evolutions is looking like it's going to be crazy town. And then this is all leading into 30th anniversary next year. So, I don't know, folks. I really don't. Buckle up. Catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.